Hey guys, it's Michelle from Weekend Craft here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to set up the latest laser from WeCreat. So this is the 10-watt WeCreat Vista, and this machine is small but mighty. Now I'm really excited to try this out. I will tell you that WeCreat sent this over to me. In no way is this paid. All of these opinions are my own. I set it up, figured it all out on my own before this machine even launched. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to set this up. So if you are getting one of these machines, you know how to set it up. Or if you are thinking about getting the WeCreat Vista, you can see how easy it is to set up. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to give you some initial thoughts on the machine, and as I use this more in the coming weeks and months, I will come back on here and give you a full review. So what is special about this WeCreat Vista versus like all the other lasers that are out there on the market? This is one of the first laser cutters that has a flippable laser. Now you're probably like, why do I need a flippable laser, Michelle? If you are doing anything like tumblers or using any sort of rotary tool, the flippable laser is really cool because normally on a laser cutter, you would have to either have a really large one or you would have to put it up on risers so that you could fit your tumbler in there, because most lasers, their laser works from the top down. But because this is a flippable laser, you put your rotary tool in and it will laser cut going forward instead of from the side instead of from the top down. So you don't have to have this extra space. Now, what's really cool about the Vista as well is that you can get an add-on of a 2-watt infrared laser. Now I opted for this because if you guys are doing tumblers, if you want to engrave jewelry, any sort of metal engraving, the infrared red laser is really cool. So I opted to add that on. So it's something you may want to think about because it really does open up a lot of opportunities for your 10-watt machine here. Now, replacing the lasers was way easier than I thought it was going to be. So what I'm going to do, I'll walk you through the full setup of this. We're going to switch out the lasers, and I'll also show you how to install the rotary tool as well. And then we will do our first project. Now, in a separate video, I'm going to show you how to do a tumbler. So be on the lookout for that in the next couple weeks. So let's dive right into setting up the WeCreat Vista. Something to note here, you are going to get a whole bunch of boxes that are snug inside the laser when you unpack it. So first off, you're going to have the bottom tray that we're going to install. And then we have the air assist kit, the power adapter. Now this is your cable and tool bag. So You will need some of the parts that are in here to finish setting this up. We have our exhaust hose. This is going to go either out your window, or if you ordered the air purifier, it's going to go in with that. And then the rotary kit. This is like to do tumblers and such. And then we're also going to have our power cords and our USB to connect to the computer. I also love the instructions that came with this. It's basically your unboxing and installation guide, and then how to activate your membership. Now, this is awesome because a lot of the machines I've been getting lately, I feel like just the machine come with it, and then you have to like search out how to kind of put it all together. But this is great. So we're going to place the crumb tray inside of here. And you're doing it so the straight edge is towards the back and these tabs are towards the front. So that's sitting on top here, and we're going to make sure that these tabs go in under the front here. You'll see that all just drops right in. Now I almost missed this part. So it says keep the packing materials, but our laser beds are actually inside here. So you want to keep this packaging anyway, because if you ever want to move your laser, in order to keep the warranty valid, you have to move it inside of this. But also, don't throw it out without taking these out. So we're going to place these inside. These are like triangle prisms. You want the sharp side or the top of that triangle to be facing up. There we go, we have them placed straight in. Okay, so we're gonna open up the air assist box here, and we are going to take these out. Okay, so we are going to plug this in. So this hose, let's show you that. This goes into here. And then we're going to this. That's the power. Plug this into here. It's gonna go right into here. Now let's plug in our power adapter here to the back of the machine and then into this power brick. You'll want to plug this in to a surge protector, and then we're going to do our USB cord. We're going to attach the exhaust kit to this. So we're taking off the nuts on the back here, and then we are going to add in this sort of plastic piece, and this is where your exhaust tube, I don't know the proper way to say it, is going to go into. Now you're going to want to vent this out of a window, or you are going to want to purchase the air purifier separately. This is what I did just to have some better ventilation in my studio. And now we're going to put this clamp on here. Everything you need for this comes within it. I'm taking off the plastic, and we are going to get this powered up. You can see the laser starting to go there, so we did it correctly. And now let's unbox my air purifier here. So again, this is purchased separately. I'm going to open the top here. We're going to check out the filter situation, make sure that all 3 levels are in there correctly according to the manual that they gave us, which it was. So we're putting it right back in there, nice and snug. And then we are going to put the exhaust into the top of this here. So we're doing the same sort of thing, adding that like pipe clamp to it, tightening it up, and then we are going to get this plugged in, ready to go. So when we do our first cut, we'll have the air purifier or the smoke purifier ready to go. Now it does come with a remote as well, and I'm going to place this right under the table here. So we're going to get started by downloading the WeCreat software. So I went on WeCreat site. I chose which kind of computer I have here. If you have a Mac, it's going to want to know if you have an Intel chip or an Apple chip. So just go up to the About section on your Mac and check it out. Once it's downloaded, we're going to drag it into the Applications folder. And then we're going to open it up. Now it's going to ask you some questions like it's downloaded from the internet. Are you okay with that? Go ahead and click Open. Accept and continue to agree to the terms. And then it gives you like a beginner's guide here. So it'll tell you to log in or to create an account. And then it's going to walk you through your first project. Now it's going to ask you to make this multi-layered undersea world. I started it, but I didn't really want to make it. I wanted to make my own project. So let's go ahead and do that. But before we make the first project, I'm going to show you what I've been wanting to test out since I got this machine. So it's a flippable laser. So here is how you flip it. You're going to loosen up those screws on the side. They're also on these springs. And then you're going to be able to rotate it down. What's really interesting about this machine is that the laser can be top down or from the side. This is going to be a game changer when you're doing things like tumblers or anything kind of taller or cylindrical with the rotary tool. Okay, this is actually the exact same way you are going to switch out the lasers as well, and I will show you that next. And I'm just tightening back up these spring screws just so if we were to use it this way. Okay, this is the infrared laser. This is what I'm so excited about. It's a 2-watt infrared laser. This is perfect for engraving any types of metal or most types of metal. It is great for jewelry makers or if you are going to be making tumblers. So we're going to switch out the laser. You're going to take the screwdriver that came with your machine and you're removing these 4 screws. Now, this is the only thing holding it up, so you want to keep your hand on that laser so it doesn't fall down. Now, the only thing that's going to still be attached is this electric part here. And there's a little tab on there. You're going to push it in. It can be a little difficult, and then you're going to pop out that electrical plug. Again, it can be a little difficult. It took me a couple tries, but there we go. You'll see that there's a little tab on it. That's what you're going to push in. Okay, so we're taking our infrared laser. We're going to make sure it is in that flippable position. I did that with those spring screws again. And we're just going to repeat the same process. So we're going to put it right up, or we're going to plug in the electrical here. And then we are going to get our screwdriver and our screws. And we're going to place those 4 screws back in here. And that's how you swap out the laser. Really easy, a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So we're going to go back to our 10-watt laser here, and we are going to get ready for our first project. Now there's this block here that comes with the laser. It's metal, and what it does is it lets you kind of square off where you're going to put your item. So I've had a lot of issues with my other laser just not getting my project straight. So this helps with that. It's pretty genius, actually. Took a second for me to get used to. Also just taking this leather strap off. So I kind of put it in the middle here and on the middle of my cutting board, and then press my cutting board down just to get a level surface. So we're creating a new canvas, and I have an SVG file that I'm going to import here. So let's do this warm and cozy. This is kind of like a hot cocoa winter vibe that I'm going to do in my kitchen. And I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees because that's the way I want it to engrave on the cutting board. And then we're going to go ahead, make sure the top of your laser is open, hit refresh, and then you can see where the cutting board is. Now every time I move the cutting board, I'm going to want to click that refresh button. I'm just getting it into a spot where I can see it on the camera here, and then I can move and resize my design how I would like it. Okay, so I'm just grabbing the corners here. I believe I'm holding down shift, and I'm just getting this in the right position. I'm looking at the grids here to get it sort of lined up in the middle of the board, and then also lining it up with that center hole. We're going to go ahead and do auto measure. This is giving me the thickness of the wood. This is a great feature that is on this in case you don't have know what the width of your wood is. Now this is my first engraving on here, so it is suggesting that I do these settings, so that's what I'm going to go with. We're going to see how it works, and then I am going to hit send. Now I had selected cherry wood. This is like an acai wood, I believe. There was nothing on it that said. It just seemed like a mix of a bunch of grains. So we're going to close the top. We are going to hit that circle button here, and we are going to get this project started. Let's see what this can do. This actually came out really great. This is still a little wet right here. But other than that, it's completely dry from the vinegar. I'm going to use this at home as part of my Christmas display. I have some holiday mugs that I set up. It's gonna be really cute for actually the whole winter. This would be a really great host gift as well. So I just got this wooden cutting board at Aldi. They had a bunch of them on clearance. I grabbed a couple to actually try out with my laser engraver. So yeah, it was the best. I don't know, I believe it was $2. So I'm glad I picked them up just so I can test out a bunch of projects. But for the first project, this is great. It's gonna be part of my holiday decor. Okay, we set it up, we did our first project, we even swapped out the lasers, and I showed you also how to use the flippable laser head. So overall, this was a very easy machine to set up and get going in the same day. With my first laser, I did not have that experience. It was a little more trial and error. So I'd say this is a little bit easier than some of the other lasers that are out there on the market, but I also have more experience with the laser now. I do like how the raised prisms in here, like the triangles, they are on 2 different sheets. You don't have to individually lay them down. I like that there is a block to keep your project nice and straight to the edge. That was a problem I was having with some of my laser engraving on my other machine. So let's talk cost, let's talk pre-sale. Right now, this is not even available to purchase yet. It is on pre-order. So this is on pre-order until October 15th with these savings. So October 15th, 2024, if you're watching this after, I will try to keep the description updated with any discounts that I have. But right now, you can pre-order this. It's $20 down, and if you just get the basic 10-watt package, it is $699. Now, the retail price on this is going to be $1,399. So you're getting it for about half off. If you go with more of a deluxe version, which is the version I got, you are going to get the 10-watt laser, you're gonna get the infrared, you're gonna get the rotary tool accessory. It's just a bigger, better bundle. Again, that's $20 down as well, and it's gonna be $1,299. Now, it is about half off. Its retail price is going to be $2,599. These are going to be available in this white here, which I think is a great option, or there is a sapphire blue. Now, we saw this do some laser engraving here on this wooden cutting board. I have done a tumbler project, so I'm going to have a separate video that's going to show you how to put in your rotary tool, swap out that infrared laser, and we're going to do a tumbler. So tons of opportunities for gifts if you want to start a small business. You can cut certain acrylics with this 10-watt laser. Not all colors, not clear, but there are a variety of different colors that you can cut with this 10-watt laser. It can cut wood. So one of the things I really want to do in the future, and like close future, I might do it for holiday gifts, is to create my own Settlers of Catan board. We are a big gaming family, so the opportunity to do some games with this is going to be really cool. So I'm really excited to have this throughout the holiday time. I'm going to give you more of an in-depth review when I've had this and used it consistently. That's going to be like throughout the holiday season. But look for the one-off sort of like how to do the tumblers and different projects along the way. And then I'm going to give you a very thorough review of whether I still love it or not. So if you liked this video, if you want to see more videos like this, I review a ton of products. I always start with a setup video to make it easy for you and for you to learn how to set up the machine or see what you're going to get yourself into if you're purchasing the machine. I also have tons of projects for sublimation, iron on vinyl, Cricut, DTF printing, laser cutting, and just general crafts. So I have new videos that come out a couple times a month, and if you'd like to, you know, keep watching, go ahead and smash that subscribe button below. Now, I would just like to thank WeCreat for this laser, and in no way is this sponsored, but it was really fun getting to learn a new machine. I have another machine that might be coming up, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.